prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. Burning lust for revenge pushed him to and beyond the limit where normal men would fall.
To track down the maniac behind all this.
Yes. A few drinks and smoke a joint, Bubbles? Yes. A few drinks and smoke a joint, Bubbles? Yes.
You're doing some early.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to BadNewsNate versus Aries Tournament Restream.
Sounds like a.
Oh boy! This is a match that I was definitely looking forward to potentially happening. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that this match is going on in loser's bracket, which means if any one of these fine gentlemen lose, they will be completely eliminated from the tournament forever. They will never be allowed to play Forbidden Memories again, and their families will be killed. So a lot of stake. A lot at stake, for real. Crack these lads up to source, get some good-looking vidya. Alright. So far, you guys really haven't missed anything. Haven't been on a stream in years. Yo, what's up, Emma Sky? Don't actually... Did you change your username since the last time you've been here? Because I don't ever remember somebody by the name of Emma Sky in my chat.
What is that, Jupiter? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. I should have just guessed it was fucking Nep. If there's been, you know... If it's a name you don't recognize, it's Nep. I forgot the rule.
Oh my god, Rex just played Lord Big. Keep it in the hand. No, you just played a turn 1.
Any hoodles. Looks like both of these boys are pretty much neck and neck right now. You guys haven't missed too much. Looks like Aries just picked up another Thunder, so Aries is currently at 1 Dragon, 2 Thunders. Nate is currently at 0 Dragons, 2 Thunders. So pretty even right now. The early game isn't the biggest of deals overall, so we'll see what happens. Now, the one thing is, I know for a fact that Aries started with Darkhole, and I know that Nate started with Regeki, so I would put Nate at the moment at a very small advantage over Aries, just based off of that alone. But outside of that, they're pretty much even, so... What is the rule of thumb for Dragon Thunder ratio? There really is no rule of thumb. Get as many of both as you can. However, if you have a shit ton of dragons and a shit ton of thunders, I typically like to try to keep the ratio equal, 1 to 1. 10 dragons, 10 thunders, 11 dragons, 11 thunders, something like that. But if I had to choose which one to have, like, one less of, like, I would be okay with, like, 11 dragons, 10 thunders, or 10 dragons, 9 thunders. Because generally dragons are slightly more useful overall, but yeah. Let's see what our boy Nate got. This commentator's rooting for Mr. What did you get here? To eat Saboom, but no beast fangs. Yeah, this commentator is rooting for poor news Nathaniel over there.
So I know to Ikaboon's, well, beast fangs, but Ikaboon.
Yeah, 13, 15's good. You just want to have a lot of both, really. And the closer you are to having an equal number of both, the better.
Going Bean strats, I see.
I'm gonna say
So both of these boys deciding to do Dual Master K, skip Egypt 1 strats. Unsurprising. Unsurprising for these boys. That's what these boys do.
De cette partie, Summoned Call doesn't take Steel Shell.
Nope.
Nah, you haven't really missed anything, Prime Master. The first, like, 20-ish minutes of a run, most of the time, nothing too crazy will happen. So we're still in the chill moments.
It drops a lot of dragons and a lot of thunders.
5-5. 5 dragons, 5 thunders from Master K.
So the dragons he drops are...
Villager 2 on BCD, it's 3 dragons, 6 thunders. If you do AS, it's 4 dragons and 6 thunders at a lower drop rate.
Yeah, I'd rather take the 5/5.
I love how I just got a comment on one of my YouTube videos where I was playing Genshin Impact, and the comment is, "What the heck is Genshin Impact?" On a video
Alright, so the thunders
of me playing Genshin Impact. You have the answer directly in front of you, bud.
Oslo Hero. What else?
Oslo Hero.
Oslo Hero.
Boloto.
Yeah, Boloto
Boloto.
and Electric State.
That's a lot of pyros. Jesus.
Hey, it's Halloween season, but that means I'm using a spooky pumpkin. Yeah.
Thank you, BadNewsNate, for that one. So yeah, there's not too much to commentate on right now. They're just doing simple Farm 1 at the moment. Really nothing too much to talk about. Their decks aren't going to be changing too drastically at the moment. Alright, so we can at least see that so I know that neither Nate nor Aries started with a good, twin-headed equip, but we see that Aries has Steel Shell. I'm not sure what Nate started with. Got a dragon zombie over there on Nate's side, but not much else. No, this is not for the semifinals. This is somewhere in loser's bracket. I don't even know. Let me see. Let me see where in loser's bracket this match is taking place at. So this is taking place in losers round 6. So God forbid one of these two people wanted to win the tournament. Here's their path. First, they need to win today in losers round 6. Then they need to win in losers round 7. Then they need to win in losers quarterfinals. Then they need to win in losers semifinals. Then they need to win in losers finals. Then they get transferred into the grand finals and they have to beat the winner of winners finals. Then if they win that match, they need to do the exact same thing again and beat the winner of winners finals again. So in total, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches that one of these guys would have to win in a row in order to win the tournament. So it's a very long path to victory, but it is a path to victory. You have to remember. At the very least, they do have a path, and it is definitely possible, because at the end of the day, right, somebody from loser's bracket is going to do that. Because you have to remember, somebody has to win in losers. So, who knows? I mean, we're already 5-0, so winning 7 in a row isn't that too far off.
I kind of forgot to put Dragon Pipeline, but I think about this. Next duel then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you did want to put it in, obviously, for DMK.
So it sounds like Nate and Aries are actually in a Discord call together. Nate getting fucked yet again on Duelmaster K. Duelmaster K showing his true colors. Meanwhile, Villager 2 gang rejoices and rises up under the boot of the oppressive DMK gang.
That's all I'm gonna put in for now, or just some female materials. Since I have Villagerns, I can use that for Queen of Autumn Leaves.
Ah yes, Nate won Dragon Piper. A Piper-type Pokemon.
It's gonna be a fast BCD Rex.
That's not what I want over the video. Don't do that.
Oh, happy early birthday, Chris.
Indeed. How early is it?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow's his birthday.
Happy birthday, then. Since I don't think I will tomorrow.
Dragon Piper. A Piper-type Pokemon.
Yeah, I made a display. I could have made 7-colored fish there.
Unless you come to my stream.
Wherever it is, as soon as you turn around, it will be gone.
Very
in
funny.
some public bathroom, smoking crack from a pipe.
Sure, let's make a derpy horsefish.
Yeah, let's do one AS Rex getting nothing and then let's go to...
You boys want face cam, yes or no? Cool, yes? Alright, cool. Coming right up. I want face cam. I'm bored.
Let's see how many beast fangs
I want you guys to look at my nostrils for the next 3 hours.
Goodbye, steel shell.
Oh, Aries getting a beast fangs in campaign. Or not in campaign. I don't know if it was campaign. Who cared? Yeah, that was campaign. Aries with the beast fangs. Pog champ. You guys can't see shit right now though, because I have to do my job really quick. There we go. Yeah, Aries getting that beast fangs though. How about that? So I'll just sit over on this side here, boys. Actually, I think I'm gonna sit on the right side. Oh, but I want to be next to Nate. Alright, I'm sitting next to Nate. I'm sitting next to Nate at the lunch table, chat. The Forbidden Memories lunch table. I'm sitting next to BadNewsNate. Let's see. Bolt Penguin. Nothing else.
That's it.
It's not bad. Okay, the reason why you guys are seeing this right now, it was for a meme. Leave me alone. Also, I really don't like the color of chat right now. I don't mean that in a racist way. I just really don't like the color of chat right now. That's a little bit better, but it kind of blends in. Try again. Give me a good color.
Yo, what's up, Chiba? How you doing?
Race after this? IDK.
Appreciate it.
What color did we get this time? Ugh. Come on. Give me a better color.
I do BCD campaign, I get Cyber Commander, I do
That works.
War, I get Cyber Commander.
That's much better.
Nice.
Fits with the theme.
Reminds me of the vanilla.
Maybe if I reach up hard enough, I can enter the realm of Bad News Nate. Maybe I'm fisting Nate as we speak. Who knows?
Sounds like Rex is trying to imitate Tristan.
We got one Thunder, one CD tune, which is not too bad, I guess. Not too shoddy.
Yes,
Yeah, what the fuck happened to Aries' stream? Oh, there we go.
We got Exodia.
So yeah, Aries getting that Beast Fangs from Campaign Rex, so that's putting Aries at an early advantage. However, you also have to remember Aries has Dark Hole, which, it's not really that big of a deal that he has Dark Hole, but fuck Dark Hole, so I'll always mention that he has Dark Hole.
It's very close to an Aries deck.
But yeah, overall, Aries is currently definitely in the lead at the moment. Aries has moved on from Farm 1. Aries has 2 Dragons, 4 Thunders, and 1 usable equip. So Aries is currently winning on Dragons, he's winning on Thunders, he's winning on equips. That's not what you want to see for if you're Nate right now. Nate just not able to win anything from his Farm 1 in a couple of duels, honestly, in a row. He hasn't won anything. Definitely not what you want to see, especially knowing that Aries got that Beast Fangs and is ahead of you on both Dragons and Thunders. Now, the lead that he has on Dragons isn't a big deal, but the lead on Thunders, at least the lead on Thunders isn't that big of a lead. It's 3 versus 4, but, you know, plus the equip, plus, you know, Aries being slightly ahead of Nate in campaign, you know, less than a duel, but still, it is way too early to say whether or not one person has a big lead or not. I don't think anybody has a large lead over the other one at the moment, so we'll just have to see how things progress from here.
Wait and see if I draw a plant. If I draw a plant, then I have a 20% in hand since Vile Durance works on Queen of Autumn Leaves.
Oh, Metalmorph.
I haven't gotten that.
So Aries finishing up his duel against Weevil in campaign, looking for the tripwire, looking for the bear trap potentially, you know, looking for a couple things there. Let's see if he gets any of it.
Hopefully. Hey, there we go. I drew Queen of Autumn Leaves. Now I can use that Vile Germs.
Alright, let's see what Aries got here. Got a bear trap, a black land, and a tripwire. Wow. That is incredibly good drops from Weevil of all people there.
Okay, let's not forget this time.
Unbelievable. A dragon, a thunder, and a bear trap. If, you know, if it really comes down to the wire and Aries is forced to use that bear trap to attack, he can do that, you know? So at the very least, if he's forced into, you know, into a corner with not being able to do Atex later on, at least he has that. But the dragon and thunder as well. That was really good for Aries. Let's see if Nate can get any of the luck that Aries is right now. Aries just closing the gap here. Let's see. So yeah, right now, Aries is just doing his best to create a gap between him and Nate, both in campaign and in deck. And Nate is just trying to keep up at this point. Let's see if he's able to. See what his drops are from Weevil if he gets the same luck. Does not get the same luck, wins pretty much nothing from Weevil there. That is a giant yikes, if I've ever seen one. However, BadNewsNate has Regeki, which means he's already won.
I guess that'll have to do for now. I got nothing from Weevil. I'm gonna play this in Pluto because I don't want to get hit with an 1800 in Neptune.
I mean, like, your deck should be full with, like, Beast and Pyros, no?
I mean, I have a 2100. Well, Flame Serve, yeah.
Alright, so Aries finishing up the My Duel. Meanwhile, Nate
Mechanical Chaser, okay,
is
fine.
not too far away from doing the same. Yeah, there's lots of people who drop Regeki. The issue is that we typically don't A-Tech those people. You can only win Regeki on an A-Tech, and it's only on a couple people. And they're typically people who we do not A-Tech, which is why you usually don't see people winning Regekis. The only person who you'll really ever see somebody win it from is going to be Seto 2. Because Seto 2 drops Regeki, Dark Hole, and Crush Card on A-Tech. Let's see what Aries gets here. Dark Fire Dragon and Campaign from Mai as well. So Aries is getting all of the campaign drops right now as far as Dragons and Thunders go. Really good for him.
Your deck is significantly better than mine.
Yeah, A-Tech Kapura doesn't have Regeki. The only person that we actually A-Tech who will drop Regeki is Seto 2. That's it. Now, if you're okay with Crush Card, which Crush Card is pretty much a Regeki, it's just not Regeki. It's close to a Regeki, but it just doesn't kill shields pretty much or anything super weak of attack. But Crush Card is something that you might see people get a little bit more often than Regeki because you can win that from Kaiba A-Tech. You could win it from Pegasus A-Tech, technically, even though it's only a 2. You can get it from Kapura A-Tech, you can get it from Seto 2 A-Tech. Mortal of Thunder, very nice for Nate right there. He definitely needed that. Did he win a Bolt Escargot as well? Oh, he did! Bolt Escargot and Immortal of Thunder for Nate, pushing his Thunder count up to 5 to match Aries where it counts. So keep in mind, while Nate might be 3 dragons behind Aries, not the biggest deal overall, because dragons are typically the one type that you end up getting too many of, you know, in these types of runs. But the one type that is always generally the hardest, you know, outside of equips and things like that, is going to be Thunders. So Nate keeping up with Aries and Thunders is, right now, I would consider one of the most important things he could do. Probably the second most important stat for him to be keeping up with, first probably being equips, considering Aries is 1 equip ahead right now. But all that can change with a single A-Tech, as long as Nate has those Thunders to keep up with him. So, very good for Nate there. Do I not have my bot open? I do have my bot open.
The wrong DM. That card slipped into
I
your
can make a
DM.
bracket command though, I guess. The tourney, the thing will give
Yo,
you
what's
a
up,
bracket,
Nate? Thanks for
but
the look.
I'll make it one step easier.
Yeah, let's not forget the fabled triple Zoa that I got one time on Keith last week. Never forget, chat. Never forget. I'm gonna stroll into Aries
Hey, arrête de vanilla run, I got €1, I got 3 EXP.
There's IB.
All right, there you go.
Which is as good as
I have one just for the bracket now.
No, we're talking about Aries' drop. He got Disc Magician from Keith, and he said, "Hey, I got DM." And I said,
which means
"That card."
magician normally.
Yeah, so it's Disc Magician that he got, and I'm like, it looks like somebody's trying to slip into your DMs.
Yeah, let's see what I got from Keith. As usual, nothing.
Yeah, Aries getting nothing from Keith campaign there. Not the biggest deal overall. Keith's main drops, I believe I believe it was a BCD Aries got. Keith's main drops are really just going to be dragon zombies and things like that anyway. There is a chance for thunders as well, and plus the invis wire, but not the biggest deal that Aries didn't get anything there. Alright, Senpai, take it easy.
While this is going on, chat, I just want to give a quick reminder. We are still raising money for charity. I know we've broken the barrier by now in terms of our goal, but if you still want to contribute and you want to raise money for charity, help raise money for charity, ! donate. Hey, I got Metal Morph, nice.
So yeah, Nate not getting anything as well from the looks of
I'm
it.
gonna put that in Forest.
And then, if you wanna step up your game, you put a forest on that crush card.
Yeah, I know, for another Vile Germs.
I'm gonna take off cam for now. I don't really like the face cam being on this layout. I think if I did want to do face cam for these, I think I'm gonna have to like make a new layout or like edit this layout to have a place for it. Just kind of looks out of place as it is right now. I don't really like it.
It's like doing.
It's like trying to do death combo into.
No,
forget what
no,
it is.
I was thinking of what's his name again?
Okay.
Plus Sagi.
I might put it on later or something once we get near the end of the
okay,
match
yeah,
or
that
something.
one, for Reaper
But we'll
of the
see.
Cards. And then Reaper of the Cards on a dragon to make Komori, and then Sagi again to make Reaper of the Cards
Yeah.
again.
And then another dragon for Kubori.
It's like we're stuck in a baguette time loop.
Kinda, yeah.
Alright, so Aries beating Shoddy right now. Another chance for him to get that Beast Fangs.
These I can't make fusions
Will
of
Aries
this. I'm on
continue
Shoddy,
to open a gap between him and Bad News Nate? Well, if he gets a Beast Fangs here and Nate does not, then that gap is going to continue to be widened. Like Goatsy chat.
Well, I mean, crush card does fuck all against wall, so.
Indeed. Yeah, it is, Chris.
Alright, let's see.
No beast fangs.
No Beast Fangs, just as he said.
So 2-3. I still haven't.
Alright, so Aries starting his duel against Bakura. Probably the first duel in the World Tournament that can really slow you down. So we'll see how he does against that. Starts with an Umi face down. Bakura starts with the Trap face down. Meanwhile, Bad News Nate is about to finish his duel against Shoddy. This could be Nate's chance to catch back up entirely, really. I mean, if Nate wins a Beast Fangs right here, then I would say that Nate is pretty much totally caught up to Aries. So let's see.
All I need is a dragon.
You certainly did, Michi. You said, well, that's it, but you heard Baguette Loop. Indeed, you did hear Baguette Loop. Eat snake. Snake. Snake!
Who doesn't like baguette anyway? And why is Bakura starting with Spirit of the Winds?
Is Winds trying to sabotage this?
I
race?
personally use EPSXE, Jean-Marc.
I was thinking of Queen Bird and not
Yeah,
that,
I was thinking the same thing because of Saturn. That's the first thing I think of.
Alright, let's see if Nate gets that Beast Fangs closing the gap. He does not. He gets Oscillo Hero number 2 at least, which is good, putting him ahead of Aries as far as Thunders are concerned, which is something that will definitely come into play later in the run. But unfortunately just gets another Ikaboon, having 3 of them, but 0 Beast Fangs. Definitely shedding a single tear for Bad News Nate as we speak.
Ooh, there's
However, he does have the Piper-type Pokemon, so we might be okay.
Okay, Bakula down. I drew no dragon, so at least thank God.
So, meanwhile, Aries finishing up Bakura. Doesn't look like he had a bad duel at all. Especially for Bakura. Bakura can go very wrong and take a very long time to beat. No, nobody did Egypt 1, Tato. Both Nate and Aries skipped Egypt 1, but one of them might unlock Villager 2 later. We don't know yet. But I don't think that either of them are gonna do it because they both have pretty good thunder counts. Got Umi, Invisible Wire, very good for Aries. So Aries is definitely able to do Atex as of right now. He was already able to do Atex thanks to the bear trap he got, but now he's able to just do them even harder thanks to the Invisible Wire, even more consistently. So it looks like Aries is setting up his deck to Atec Pegasus in campaign. So this is the first big move of this match, I would say, is Aries deciding to do the campaign Atec against Pegasus here, and I think that his deck is definitely good enough to make that decision. 4 Dragons, 5 Thunders, 1 usable equip, very easily usable equip. So, looks like Aries is going to go for that here. Let's see how it goes. Meanwhile, Nate finishing up Bakura here. Looks like he didn't get a terrible duel there either. Like I said, Bakura can really fuck you over for a long time. Okay, so Aries getting the draw that he needs in order to make that campaign Atec a reality. So the main difficulty with doing campaign Atex typically is that your Dragon and Thunder count is lower than it would be if you did the Atec a little bit later after World Tournament. So it's difficult to take control of the duel sometimes. It's difficult to get that first twin-headed out there, but he was able to do so. Meanwhile, Nate not getting an Invisible Wire. Nate is not able to do the campaign Atec because he simply does not have any traps to do so with. So Bad News Nate is just going to move on through Pegasus, do a regular duel against him, and get the hell out of there. Meanwhile, Aries is choosing to stay behind and do the Atec. So right now, Bad News Nate is going to get ahead of Aries in the campaign. But you also have to remember that Aries is taking this time to do the Atec. So even though Bad News Nate is going to be ahead of Aries in campaign, Aries is still technically going to be ahead as far as, you know, getting the Atex done and getting a final deck made.
Attack my 2800 watts on attack and not my 4300 watts on defense. Doesn't work like this. But I can still wait, huh?
So yeah, it doesn't look like Nate's having any trouble here against Pegasus in campaign, and conversely, doesn't look like Aries is having any trouble either against his Atec in campaign. Looks like it's going well for both entrants right now, so we'll have to see how this ends up for both.
So do you have any traps to attack campaign, any 7 magics?
Negative. Negative on both.
Okay, I draw Invisible Wire. Yeah.
There's Aries drawing his Invisible Wire, just, you know, confirming that he's definitely going to get that Atec there. Meanwhile, Nate finishing up his regular duel against Pegasus in campaign. So Nate definitely does still have a chance to get some good stuff, just not anywhere near the chance he would have if he did the Atec now. But even if Nate did have a trap, I don't think doing a campaign Atec would have been smart anyway. Let's see if he gets anything good here. So at the very least, he has that dragon there. But if you're Nate, you really want to see the dragon treasure. You really, really want to see, I think, the acid trap hole right now. Because remember, Nate does not have a trap. So Nate cannot do Atex, whether they're campaign or not. Nate can't do Atex until he gets a trap that he can use. So if you're Nate, you're really hoping to see that acid trap hole so that he has what he needs to do Atex later. Let's see. He gets Umi, Magical Labyrinth, which isn't doing anything. Not too good. He does get 2 dragons at least, which is going to help his deck quite a bit considering he had a bunch of thunders but only 1 dragon. But very unfortunate that he didn't get the trap. He did not get the trap. He did not get the dragon treasure. I would definitely say Aries has a pretty good advantage at the moment.
3-6 with an Umi. I'll take it.
No, I will not face the winner of this match. This match is in loser's bracket.
Ooh, I drew Crush card. I'm gonna hold on to that and see what Isis plays. If she plays Black Skull, I'm gonna Crush card it.
Nah, it's not console, so normally no B-Skull. She doesn't play B-Skull on emulator. That's what I realized.
Ocean Snake, nice. Sure, I guess I do it. I'm gonna hold off on that.
Yeah. What Nate's doing there is smart. I think make the 2100, wait one turn, pray that it's...
Fuck!
Yeah, that's exactly what you did not want to happen if you were Nate.
That's the worst case scenario right there.
Yeah, that is indeed the worst case scenario, but at the very least, Nate has the Crush card in his hand. He did not draw what he needs, but like I said, he does have the Crush card at least. He's not going to want to use that just yet.
Okay, nice.
Alright, he's going to want to Crush card this turn, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Aries finishing up his A-Tech.
Holy shit.
Going to be done very soon.
Oh, I'll do that eventually, Chris. Ooh,
He gets the Thunder, so all you need to do now if you're Nate is fuse that Crush card and enjoy.
There is no way it's not.
No matter what Isis does here, he's still fine. Yeah, Isis just fusing some bullshit, some Sea King Dragon, but Nate having the twin-headed Onumi, he's good. So over to Aries now, who is finishing up his campaign A-Tech. Let's see if all this time is going to pay off for him. This is a very big moment for Nate right now. Let's see what he gets. The first is Yamadron Ritual, so we don't know what the remainder is. I'm actually going to mute Nate really quick, just because I think Nate's stream is a little bit ahead of Arius's, and they're both in a call together, so sometimes Aries will say what happened about... let's see here. Oscillo Hero, Bright Castle, Widespread... Not the best overall A-Tech, Bright Castle and Widespread Ruin, but it could definitely be worse. It could definitely be worse, just not the best.
Nah, it's fine, Ichi. Thanks for the goal.
But that just continues to open the gap. So now you have Aries who has 2 equips and a Widespread. Meanwhile, Nate has 0 equips, no Widespreads, and doesn't even have a bad trap to use for A-Techs, you know? So, Aries definitely ahead of Nate at this point. Let's see if Nate gets anything from Isis in campaign. If you're Nate, I mean, at this point, you gotta be, you know, really hoping that you're gonna get something from campaign to try to close this gap a little bit. You know, a Widespread Ruin, a Dragon Treasure, you're gonna need one of those 2 if you want to close this gap anytime soon. Let's see if he manages to get any of it. Here comes.
Ooh,
he gets the Dragon Treasure in campaign. Very, very good for Bad News Nate. He really needed that in order to try to stay at Arius's pace right now. I mean, Aries is having a pretty damn good run, I would say, overall. And honestly, if Nate wanted to have any hope of keeping up with Aries, he really had to win something there, whether it was a Dragon Treasure or Widespread Ruin. Lucky for him, he gets the Dragon Treasure. He is still behind Aries, but at least by winning that 1 equip, he can at least, you know, stay in Arius's shadow and not be completely blown out of the water by him at the moment. So yeah, Nate is still behind Aries, make no mistake, but he is, in a way, keeping right behind him.
Yeah, it's a labyrinth wall.
What's the difference between Crush Card and Regeki? So Crush Card will, Regeki will destroy all monsters on the enemy's field. So it just destroys anything that is on the monster side of your enemy's field. Doesn't matter what it is. Now, Crush Card will only destroy monsters that have 1500 attack or higher. So, for example, a Crush card will not kill a Millennium Shield because Millennium Shield has 0 attack. But for the most part, during the end game, Crush card is just as good as a Regeki because anything Crush card can't kill, you can take care of anyway. You know, anything that Crush card can't kill shouldn't be a problem for you late game anyways. So it's pretty much a Regeki that can't kill shields. That's pretty much all it is. Let's see if Aries got anything against Ice's campaign. He gets the Dragon Treasure in campaign as well! Oh no! That definitely hurts for Bad News Nate. Nate getting the Dragon Treasure in campaign, trying to keep right behind Aries, and then Aries says, you want to win a Dragon Treasure in campaign? Well, fuck you, I can do that too. He wins Dragon Treasure in campaign, just continuing to keep that gap opened. As soon as Nate starts closing the gap just a little bit, Aries just slaps Nate's hand back and says, no, you stay back.
Alright, there we go.
So we get both duelists against Kaiba right now. We're gonna see what gets played against Aries. Nate finishing Kaiba. Let's see. So Aries getting shielded or walled against Kaiba right there means he's going to need one of his 3 equips, which shouldn't be the biggest deal, or his Regeki. So Aries should probably be fine. So if you're Nate, you really want Acid Trap Hole right now. You really want it. So Kaiba is really Nate's last chance to get a trap card that he can use for A-teching without having to do, you know, a special farm just to get that trap card. So you always are hoping and praying that by the time you are done with World Tournament, you have won a trap that lets you A-tech, whether it's Invisible Wire, Acid Trap Hole, Widespread Ruin, even Bear Trap. You're hoping to get one of those 4 just so you can do A-techs once you're done with World Tournament. So Nate, all the way through up to Kaiba, has not gotten one of those traps. So Kaiba is really his last chance to get that Acid Trap Hole. Now keep in mind, it's also Nate's best chance. Kaiba BCD has the best chance to give you a trap card in the entire World Tournament. So this is Nate's final chance, but also his best chance. But if Nate does not get that Acid Trap Hole here, then that means that Nate is going to most likely have to do a special farm just to get a trap card for A-teching, which is going to lose him some time. And if he gets bad luck on that farm, then it'll lose him even more time. So let's see. Did he get the Acid Trap?
1, 2, 3, 4.
He does not. Oof. That is a rough, but he did get a shit ton of dragons. Nate's dragon and thunder count looking spicy right now. So Nate is pretty much done on monsters, but then again, so is Aries. Aries definitely has a lead right now. So Nate, again, does not have the trap that he needs in order to do A-tech, so Nate's going to have to do some specialized farming to get that trap. In the meantime, though, he's against Mage Soldier. Hopefully he can win some Dark Energies in order to try to close the gap without A-techs at the moment, because Nate can't do A-techs yet. So he's going to really want to win those Dark Energies to try to close the gap, give him a little bit more time to go get the trap and start his A-techs before Aries does. Yeah, the Dark Energy can at least save him some time and, you know, close the gap a little bit for the moment. Is Aries A-teching? I haven't been paying attention to Aries' duel, but it looks like it, yeah. Aries is A-teching Kaiba in campaign. That's actually a pretty good move by Aries, I would say, considering he does have 3 equips already. But he is low on utility cards. So overall, this is a very good move, I would say, by Aries doing the campaign A-tech against Kaiba. He can really beef out his deck right here. And I mean, if Aries gets good drops against this Kaiba A-Tech, I mean, he could potentially be done farming without even starting if he gets really good drops here. You know, if he wins a Dark Energy, a Bright Castle, you know, a Widespread 2DC, like if he gets some crazy A-Tech, then he could be done right here before he's even done with World Tournament. So, we'll see, but Aries is within the 1 A-Tech range of being done with farming. That's the main thing. Once you get to a point where you have like 3 equips, you are now within that, you know, 1 A-Tech could be the last A-Tech. Any A-Tech could be the last one. You know, any given A-Tech, once it's done, I could be moving on to the end game. And Nate is not at that point. I mean, he technically is. You could technically get 3, you know, 3 Megamorph, 3 Bright Castle, 3 Widespreads, but, you know, with it being reasonable, Aries is within that range and Nate is not. But we'll see how that squares out from here.
So usually my Kaiba attack are trash. I never get anything good.
So Aries finishing up this Kaiba A-Tech. I'm gonna actually mute because I don't want to hear what he's gonna get from his own lips. Let's see here. The first drop is Dark Energy. We don't even know what the other 14 drops are, but that has already become worth it for Aries. Aries has made that Kaiba A-Tech worth his time on drop number 1. And he still has 14 more just to add more icing onto the cake. Nate is in trouble right here, chat. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Nate is in trouble.
It's always nice to drop the best equip. The best EHTD.
Yo, what's up, Quill? Thanks for the...
Now, Nate could have gotten some Dark Energies from campaign. Let's see if he did. You're really hoping to see multiple at this point, I would say. I mean, yikes. So Nate going into free duel. Where is he going to go? Pegasus BCD, I'm guessing. Does he get it? He gets Dark Fire, but that's it. No Dark Energy.
And I got nothing else.
Giant Yikes. He doesn't have a trap to do A-Tech, so Nate most likely going to BCD Pegasus until he gets Acid Trap Hole, and then he'll just switch over to doing the A-Techs. Not a great position overall if you're Nate. I mean, he's really good on Dragons and Thunders at the very least. But Aries is definitely ahead at the moment. He's pretty far ahead. So let's see what he got from the Kaiba A-Tech overall. Oh, he got Crush Card. He got Widespread. He got Dragon Capture Jar. He got Dark Energy. Yikes. That is really bad for Nate. Right now, you're Aries, right? You have 4 equips. You have 2 Widespreads. You have 1 Dragon Capture Jar. You have 1 Crush Card. And if you're Nate, you have a Dragon Treasure. That's it. That is a giant yikes for Nate at the moment, I would say. That is a very big yikes. Yeah, Aries having a very good run right now. Very good run for Aries so far. Like, incredibly good, I would say. Meanwhile, Nate losing his first duel. Wow. So Nate already behind Aries here, getting really bad luck against Pegasus. Nate doesn't even have a trap to A-Tech the guy yet, and he's still losing to bad luck. This is just really not what you want if you're Nate. You are very far behind right now if you are Nate. This is just very unfortunate.
Who's ahead right now? Aries by a long shot.
Yeah, very, very true. Aries is definitely ahead by a long shot at this point.
I really gotta play catch up here if I'm gonna have a shot.
Yeah, it's never fun to be playing catch up during these tournament matches. Trust me, I know it very well. I know how it feels to play catch up in this tournament in a match. But I've played catch up on at least 2 of my matches, and we've won them, chat. So there's no telling how this match is going to end. Nate could very well do the same here and catch up to Aries and end up winning it all. So don't count Nate out yet. Remember, Nate and Aries are two of the best players of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories in general. So, I mean, seeing both of these guys in a tournament match is already incredible, but why it's so incredible to watch them in a tournament match is because even if one of them, aka Nate, gets bad luck and is behind, Nate has the skill to get back, you know, on par with where Aries is. Nate has the skill to get back to where Aries is. So it could definitely happen. So it looks like Aries just finishing up Mage Soldier in campaign. He's probably going to go and do his maybe one more A-Tech now or something.
Probably like the most experience with Thunder 6.
Nate not winning anything really from that Pegasus BCD. Nothing that I saw, at least. He really needs that Acid Trap Hole, like, very badly right now.
Anything good? Like, what's his name?
Yeah, I mean, he's getting dragons, but at this point, that's not really what Nate wants to be seeing.
I like Yami a lot on 15 cards.
Every duel that Nate does right now where he's not winning an Acid Trap Hole or a Dragon Treasure is just, you know, more time over to Aries. Unfortunately, Aries is just going to continue to widen that gap. So the question now is Aries going to do any more farm too? Is he going to do one more Peggy A-Tech to kind of widen the gap more? And it looks like he is going to do that. So that is...
Press 1 to title and I press circle.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to go Villager 2, which I
Oh, did he? Yeah, he saved though, right?
I forgot to go menu, so I did press circle.
Gosh, I waited to see if somebody would actually do that.
Yeah, he's saved.
That was
Okay,
too
never
close,
mind. We're
Aries.
fine. So, looks like Aries is going to go fight Villager 2 in campaign.
Yeah, no.
I'm guessing to try to win, like, 1 or 2 more Thunders, just to kind of beef out his Dragon Thunder count. Did not get Dark Energy in campaign. That's good for Nate. If he had won that, then, I mean, yikes.
Absolutely fuck all.
Literally nothing.
So yeah, Aries just trying to kind of even out his Dragon Thunder count. I'm not sure he really needs to right now. I'm not sure he really needs to take the time to unlock Villy 2. But that is what he's going to choose to do.
Otherwise I will lose to Villager 2. Okay, I drew from the...
Alright, let's see if Nate gets the Acid Trap Hole that he so desperately needs. He does get the Acid Trap Hole that he needs! Nate can now do A-Techs. That is what you need if you're Nate. Does he get anything else? He does not, but that's all he
I'm in
needs.
a good spot here.
Now that Nate has that Acid Trap Hole, he can begin clawing his way back to where Aries is. With that Acid Trap Hole, Bad News Nate can now do A-Techs against Pegasus, and you know what that means? That means that Nate could get ahead of Aries after a single duel. It is possible, it's very unlikely, but it is possible for a comeback to happen within a single duel now. So, that is what Nate really needed. But now, Nate needs to just, you know, sit down, focus, and get some A-Techs done, and get them done fast. Nate does not have time to fuck around right now. He does not have time to be making mistakes. Nate needs to focus, do this A-Tech, finish it as soon as he can, and just continue plowing through the A-Techs as quickly as humanly possible so he can have the highest chance he can get to you know, come back from this this gap that's been created. Let's see if Aries gets any Thunders in campaign. He did unlock Villager 2 for the sole reason of winning Thunders. So let's see if he gets any of them in campaign. Honestly, if Aries gets like 2 Thunders, his deck is honestly like an endgame deck at that point, I would say. Like, he could move on with his current deck. So Aries opting to do the Peggy A-Tech, very smart idea. Does not win any Thunders, unfortunately, but at least now he has Villager 2 unlocked, so he has the option to go back and free duel and get more Thunders. So Aries could absolutely beat the game with the deck he has now. His deck is a pretty good endgame deck, in fact. However, Aries knows that Nate is very far behind, so Aries is going to do the smart thing, and he's going to keep farming to get an even more overpowered deck. Because what you want to do now if you're Aries is, while your opponent is trying to catch up to you, you want to keep widening the gap. You want to continue to build a super overpowered deck so that by the time your opponent catches up with you, with where you are right now, your deck is so strong that you're almost guaranteed to beat the game on your first attempt. And then all you need to do is go to the end game with your overpowered deck, win on the first attempt, and call it good. Now, if Aries could move on with this deck, and like I said, it would be good enough to beat the game, but it would still be very possible for him to lose. And if he was to lose to Final 6 2, 3 times, all that time is going over to Nate, giving him a chance to build up an overpowered deck and potentially catch up. So Aries is doing the smart thing here by pretty much ensuring that Nate will not be able to catch up just by continuing to widen the deck strength gap. So what you're going to be hoping for if you're Nate right now is you're going to be hoping for getting a really good A-Tech, you know, multiple Megamorphs or something, and then you just need to move on, make it to endgame as quickly as you can, and beat the game before Aries even knows what hit him. That's really your only option right now if you're Nate, is really just a blitz at this point. You know, get that deck to a deck that can at least have a chance of beating the game, and then begin blitzing. That's all you can do to put pressure on Aries.
Yo, what's up, 80? Thanks for the good luck. Just need my third effective.
So we got the lads doing A-Techs at the moment.
Yeah, I'll have to do this play. Screen. Alright, one more.
So yeah, Nate finishing up this A-Tech, I would say next turn.
Alright, when next turn, this should be a quick 9 turn. Which you love to see.
Yeah, Nate finishing the duel on turn 9, which is the first turn you can end it on, which is definitely what you need if you're Nate. It looks like Aries is most likely going to get a 9 turn as well.
Alright, see what we get.
Alright, if you're Nate, you're clenching your ass cheeks right now, because a lot is going to come down to this A-Tech between both of them. Nate needs to keep up. He needs a good A-Tech. Let's see if he gets it. He got a Megamorph, but it looks like that's all he got.
I got a Spirit of the Books on A-Tech as well. Lol.
Okay, that is all he got, was one Megamorph.
I also got Lord Big Geek.
It's good, don't get me wrong. Winning a Megamorph is obviously great, but I wouldn't say it's enough for Nate to come even close to catching up to Aries at the moment, unfortunately. I mean, if you're Nate at this point, you're hoping for more than one equip in an A-Tech, you know? You're hoping for more than one.
We'll come back and talk about it.
Now, Nate can afford to get an A-Tech where you only get one Megamorph like that, if Aries doesn't get anything here. So let's see.
I got one DT, one Megamorph,
Nice.
Oh.
and Big Dick.
Well, I would say that Aries has a sizable lead now. I think that's rough. That's really rough. So Aries getting a Dragon Treasure and a Megamorph, which means Aries now has 6 equips, one of which is a Megamorph, 2 Widespread Ruins, 1 Dragon Capture Jar, and a Crush card. Meanwhile, Nate just has 2 equips, one of which is a Megamorph, and that's it. No DCJs, no Widespreads, no Crush cards, you know, 5 equips behind. It's kind of rough. 4 equips behind.
Okay.
However, Aries choosing to go back and do yet another A-Tech.
I forgot I had Fake Trap. Fake
Should Aries just move to meadow and farm MBD?
What castle then?
That's a lot of damage.
If I were Aries at the moment, I would probably... I kind of can see him doing another Pegasus attack here, because having more than one Megamorph is just going to push that gap even further. But honestly, yeah, MBD might help a little bit more with his deck. I think that both are valid options at this point, but I think that A-teching is probably going to be the more consistent thing to choose to do. But honestly, Aries, you have to remember this. Aries has a finished deck, right? Aries is done. He doesn't need anything else in his deck to beat the game. Aries has a very good deck right now. Aries could definitely beat the game with this deck. Aries could move on right now with no regrets and have a good chance of beating the game as well. However, he knows that Nate cannot move on right now with his deck. So because he knows that, he may as well keep doing A-techs, keep getting an even more overpowered deck, while Nate is wasting his time farming, so that once Aries does get to the end game, he has such a high chance to beat the game on his first attempt. Like, Aries is in full control of how this match is going right now. Like, Aries gets to pick when both people move on. Because remember, once Aries decides to move on, it doesn't matter what Nate's deck looks like. Nate has to move on when Aries does. So Aries is just in full control of what both people do right now, pretty much. When Aries decides to move on, Nate's gonna have to move on as well. So yeah, Aries is just has a very demanding lead right now.
Okay, there is my word spread. Perfect.
I'm just trying to watch how many cards I use here.
It's gonna be a slow attack. It's gonna be like 26 or 25.
Nice.
Mostly because I don't know how many effective attack I did.
Yeah, that's also true. By continuing to do A-techs and getting a stronger deck now, it's just going to give him an even stronger deck, which means he's almost definitely going to SA POW, Meadow, and Campaign anyway. He'll get a transfer MBD there. And you also have to remember, once Aries finishes the mages, if he has time, you know, if Nate is still working on mages, Aries can use that time to do some Meadow while Nate is doing mages. Meadow is typically a supplemental farm, it's not a main farm. You know? It's not like, okay, I want to go to Meadow Mage in my main farm segment. It's really just, oh, I have a couple extra minutes. Let's use that to farm Meadow for a couple minutes. But he's not really somebody that you farm otherwise, and the reason for that is because Meadow Mage is very high risk and very high reward, potentially. Well, he's very high risk and potentially very low reward. That's kind of the issue, because the only drop that Meadow has that's really going to change anything is MBD. Let's see if Nate gets anything here. 2 widespreads and a Megamorph!
2 widespreads and a Megamorph, hell yeah.
That's really good for Nate. He's catching up a little bit.
I still got 2 Oscillo Heroes, so I'm good.
He's catching up a little bit. His deck is still behind Arius's, but it's getting there, boys. I think Nate could beat the game with that deck. He does want more equips, though. I think that a lot in this tournament match is going to come down to this A-tech that Aries is doing. If Aries gets a good A-tech right here, then I don't know if Nate could really come back from it. I mean, he could, right, if Aries loses to endgame a bunch. But as far as deck strength goes, if Aries gets good drops here, man, I don't think that's something you're gonna be able to, you know, match with. So let's see.
It's better to get a slow attack but a slow BCD, B-tech. Let's see what I got this time.
Alright, muting so I can see what he gets here. Let's see. Another widespread and another DCJ and another Dragon Treasure. 3 widespreads, 2 DCJs, 6 equips, plus a Megamorph, so 7 equips. My boy Aries, you just gotta move on at this point, brother. You gotta just go.
Well, I know my play is...
He got... Oh, yeah, he needs... Yeah. Yeah, his deck is done. There's no point in doing any more Pegasus Atex. There's 0 point. Now, he could, but he could... there's not even any point in doing Kaiba Atex. Aries has 2 options. Move on now, do mages, beat the game, or at least try to, or go to Meadow. And he's not going to go to Meadow, so Aries needs to move on right now. That's really the only move he has, I think. Everything comes down to this A-Tech for Nate.
Where are my umis?
Wait, he's not A-Teching?
And my
no
Dark Hole,
equip.
of course.
He BCD'd Mage Soldier?
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go for it. What do you start chips?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that happened. Anyways, Aries is moving on right now. Nate is also going to try to move on.
You idiot.
Nate has no choice but to move on right now. Is his deck good enough to beat the game? Absolutely. It absolutely is.
Adruno Thunder,
But-
which is a bad sign.
Even so,
Yeah, that sucks. Please. Ooh.
so here's the thing, chat. Aries has a very, very, very high chance to beat the game on his first attempt. He has a very high chance.
Do I what? What?
So, because of that,
Not a shield?
if you're Nate, your main goal has to be to try to get ahead of Aries in campaign.
Fuck me.
Nate needs to keep up with Aries right now in campaign, or else it's pretty much gonna be all over for Nate. I don't know, this is a really, really sticky situation for Nate. Nate is continuing to move on alongside Aries. Honestly, that's the only move Nate has. The only option Nate has is to move on with Aries. And honestly, since Aries is ahead of Nate right now, and I don't just mean ahead in deck strength, I mean ahead in campaign as well. Oh, actually, Nate getting a little bit ahead by 1 duel here, or at least half of a duel. But still, what you're going to want to do, I think, if you're Aries, because Aries is almost definitely going to get ahead of Nate in campaign by the time the mages are done, just because Aries' deck is just so much better, so he's going to have generally faster duels.
Unless the below 7k kinda win this.
No good drops for Nate there.
Alright, we're just going straight to Kip.
So what Aries is going to want to do is he's going to immediately go to the final 6 because Aries' deck is just so overpowered.
Dragons, which is not enough to go
So Aries is going to go directly to endgame. Meanwhile, Nate, I think, once Nate is done with mages, I think Nate actually has to go back to farming once he's done with mages and pray that Aries loses on his first attempt. I think that's all Nate could do. So if you're Nate right now, here's what you want to do. Go through all of mages as quickly as you can, trying to keep up with Aries. But pretty much no matter what happens, Aries is going to get ahead of you in campaign, right? Aries is going to start endgame before you. That's fine. Let him do the endgame. While he's doing the endgame, finish the mages and start doing some farming. Do some Meadow Mage farming. I think Meadow would be the best with his deck. Do a little bit of Meadow farming while Aries is doing his first attempt at the final 6 or final 7. Then, you need to pray that Aries loses his first attempt. And while he's losing that first attempt, you're farming Meadow Mage, hopefully getting MBDs, and then you can start endgame right as Aries is losing so that you're ahead of him now in campaign with the deck that can do it, and then you just need to pray that you win on the first attempt yourself.
It's okay, I have a mass
So Nate is really just playing catch up at this point, and he's going to be playing catch up for the rest of the match for sure.
It's probably Invis Wire.
I would say it's not looking good for Nate, but it's still very possible.
That could be an equip.
It's just a bit of a
Okay,
yikes.
that's a magic.
Aries deciding to A-Tech Capura in campaign.
I hope not. Or that could be
What about
Sogan.
Sogan?
Yeah, I was thinking Sogan.
I definitely don't think I agree with what Aries is doing right now. I think A-Teching Capura in campaign with Aries' deck is a very, very bad move, and that it's pretty much a waste of time. He doesn't want widespread because he already has that.
That is...
Dragon Capture Jar, sure, but he already has 2 of them.
Wall Shadows or Red Eyes.
Crush card, I mean, again, sure,
I'm gonna set
but he already has one. So like Aries is good on pretty much, he's good on utility, he's good on equips. I don't really think he needs to A-Tech Capura. I mean, if you're Aries right now, I think you want to get to the end game as quickly as you can. So I'm not sure I agree with what Aries is doing right now.
That's a box, okay.
I don't think it's the smartest play. However, it's not up to me, it's up to Aries, so we'll see how it works out for him.
3,800, so we're okay. That face down is probably either so good or Legendary Sword because he hasn't activated it yet.
Yeah, it looks like Nate's trying to A-Tech.
And he is
Now, Nate A-Teching is absolutely correct, because Nate really needs some A-Techs in campaign. If you're Nate, you're A-Teching Capura. You're A-Teching Seto 2, if he unlocks Seto 2. Like, you have to do A-Tech those people if you're Nate. You don't have a choice. But if you're Aries, you absolutely do not have to A-Tech any of these people. In fact, it would probably be smarter to just move on, let Nate do the A-Tech while he wastes his time while you get ahead, you know? So I don't know. I don't agree with that decision by Aries, but that is what he's doing. So let's see if it pays off. I could probably understand a Seto 2 A-Tech a lot more than I could understand a Capura 1. Because at least Seto 2 has other equips, you know, like Invigoration and, you know, Regeki and Crush Card and Dark Hole. Meanwhile, for Capura, it's really just Crush Card and Dark Energy. Those are really the only... I mean, yes, more equips are going to help as well, but he's already at 7. He doesn't really want more equips at this point. Like, if you're Aries, you don't really want more regular equips. Unless it's Megamorph, you don't really want more than 7. I mean, you'll take more, but winning another equip isn't going to make that much of a difference for Aries' deck. So he's not doing this for equips. So it has to be utility, but he's also fine on utility, which is why I don't really understand the play here.
I understand.
But we'll see.
Okay, it's legendary sword. As expected.
It looks like he's having a bit of trouble. Maybe not. Yeah, bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off.
3. I just need one more effective. They should be good.
Okay, pour attack is done.
Oh, come on. Stop playing Wall Shadow.
Alright, let's see if he gets anything from the A-Tech. First draw, nothing. I have Nate muted just because Nate's Discord call with Aries is a little bit ahead. What is Aries doing here? What? He's farming Meadow now? He got Dark Energy, got Widespread that he can't even use. Yeah, he only got Dark Energy, so not worth the time, in my opinion.
See what I get.
So yeah, at this point, Aries is up to 8 equips now. I don't think another Dark Energy was really worth his time there. Now, Aries is deciding to farm Meadow Mage now?
I got some good drops here.
All I got was 1 Dark Energy, which is pretty good. Like, if I get some Dark Magician...
Not bad. I got a wide.
Nate, not bad over there, getting his third widespread and his only DCJ, so that helps Nate on the utility department for sure. Nate really needed that. It's not a big change to his deck, but definitely helps. But yeah, I'm really not sure about farming Meadow now. I can understand farming Meadow later, just not right now, I don't think. And Nate is doing it as well. I guess they are just kind of agreeing to both farm at the same time? I don't know. Just kind of strange gameplay by both people right now, I'd say. Well, I mean, I can understand it more from Nate, but I can't really understand it from Aries at this point, I would say. I don't know, there's some weird plays going on here.
Look at that, you're
DM,
3800.
MBD. Okay, I'm done.
Nice.
I got 2 DM and MBD.
Oh! Aries getting MBD on his very first free duel. Jesus Christ. That is a giant yikes for Nate right there.
I get 2 MBD from Mountain Mage.
And he got 2 Dark Magician as well. With all the dark energy he has.
Let's not forget Scott.
Yikes.
MBD was the 15th card.
Lucky.
Yeah, not looking good for Nate at the moment.
I got 2 curse as well, 2 curse, 2 DM.
Nate could still definitely come back if Aries gets bad luck on the final 6. He could definitely come back. It's just not likely. He gets He gets 2 MBDs, Nate!
Double MBD.
Nate gets 2 MBDs on his first. Aries gets 1. Nate says, "Fuck you, I'll get 2."
Holy
What else?
fuck. That's it.
Nate's staying on Aries' heels with 2 Megamorphs and 2 MBDs now. That means that Nate has 2 separate 2-card draws that he could get that would instantaneously beat everybody in the game. This could still be Nate's game. He could win very well with his deck. He has 3 equips, 2 of which are Megamorph, 3 widespreads, 2 MBDs, and at least 1 DCJ. Is his deck as good as Arius's? No. But in its own right,
This is gonna be
Nate's deck is very good in its own right.
especially with the 2 MBD.
Nate can still win this. Absolutely. Positively.
Jono, Jocktober, in July, and Knuckles.
But it was from Mountain Mage.
I know. It's a
That was exactly what we needed to keep this race alive. Honestly, if Nate did not win anything there, then I think that the race would pretty much be game, set, match. I mean, I don't think Nate could have come back. I mean, he could have come back otherwise without winning anything there. I mean, the odds would have just been so far behind him. But now, I think Nate has a legitimate shot here. Now, granted, Nate is behind Aries in campaign, which means Aries is going to get 1 attempt at the final 6. But if Aries loses, then Nate could still get this.
Firewing Pegasus.
From who?
Mountain Mage.
I don't think Nate's going to get ahead in campaign necessarily. I think Aries is almost definitely going to have 1 good attempt at the final 6 or final 7. And I think that 1 attempt is really what this race is going to... I think it's going to come down to that. If Aries loses on that attempt, then at that point, I would say it's anybody's game. I mean, it really is anybody's game at that point.
How does a 3K Blackland Fire Dragon sound right now?
That's what I got from, what's his name? Mountain Mage, how to do that? Dragon, Thunder, 2 equips and crush card or something. Oh,
So are they going to do final 6 or final 7? I guess that's the last thing we got to see here. Looks like Aries might be going to do Seto 2 right now, because he's definitely not saving before Ocean. Yep. So Aries opting to do Seto 2 and final 6. Let's see if Nate does the same.
one more Megamorph that I do,
But you have 6 more equips than I do.
you have one equipped to Megamorph? No, one. No,
Yeah.
two. Didn't you add like Broadcast Soul or something?
No, I did not.
Or Dark Energy?
Nope.
Getting the Immortal of Thunder, helping Nate's deck a little bit more on
I
the
went for
Thunders,
it, but I
but both
didn't
of
get it.
these racers are great on Thunders right now.
From Atenza.
Both of these racers don't have to worry about their Dragon or Thunder count really at all. If anyone does, it would be Aries, but certainly not Nate.
Wow, okay. Can I see this hand on set of third? Twin-headed with
Sounds
double
like Final
double?
7 for Nate. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. He could just be doing Seto 2 a little bit later into the mage rotation, which is something that happens very often, so I wouldn't say it just yet.
I guess we're going with a Meteor B Blackland Fire Dragon.
At 3,500 Blackland, yummy. So yeah, Aries, I mean, if Nate goes for Final 7, then... I mean, I think it would be very dumb for Nate to go to Final 7, especially knowing that Aries is taking the time for Final 6. Nate has time to do Final 6. I think that if you're Nate, doing Final 6 is by far the smartest thing you could do. So I think that Nate should go fight Seto 2 at some point. I think Nate should do Final 6. And he probably will. I mean, Nate almost definitely is going to do Final 6. I don't know why he would do Final 7 in this scenario. In this scenario, Final 6 is just definitely the smart thing to do. Especially if, I mean, if Aries did Final 7, then I would say, yeah, do Final 7, Nate.
Got that from, hang on one second.
But Aries is doing Final 6 as well, so yeah, Nate definitely is going to want to do Final 6.
No, I'm doing Final 6. I'm just gonna knock out Ocean Age real quick.
Okay, yeah, he's doing Final 6 as well. I figured as much. Like I said.
I see.
Which of course I will not put in the deck since I already have shit ton of dragons.
That card's pretty useless at this point. Unless you get like Boruto or whatever, then yeah, it's useless.
Even if I get Boruto, I will just remove 1 or 2 dragons. And I got Keminari Kozu, I guess.
Not bad.
Pretty good. I think I saw 2 on Ice Shield. Bad deck with stuff in practice.
Yo,
It's
what's up,
not
Discount?
about first trend, but depends on what he plays. I have 2 DM plus Megamorph plus a big dragon.
Yeah, Aries currently fighting what looks to be Seto's second right now.
Okay, he started easy mode, so this should be...
Yeah, he does get the easy mode, so Aries should have Seto 2 down now. Yeah, Aries has Seto 2 down.
I hope he will not top deck get Guardian. If he does, it's a disaster.
Yes, we
Wait,
do.
why didn't he put Dark Energy
I
on
got
that?
2 MBDs in 1 duel.
Please don't top deck get Guardian. You can top deck MBD, it's okay, but not get Guardian. It's an April if I draw
Okay.
Dragon next turn. And if he doesn't top deck MBD or...
I mean, Aries kind of just risked losing that duel because he didn't want to put the Dark Energy on the Dark Magician. I'm not too sure why, but, yeah.
First card,
So, yeah, I mean, Aries winning this for sure here. Maybe because he wanted to get the SA POW, and he was willing to risk a loss to get it. That could definitely be what we just saw, was Aries wanting to get the SA POW, and he was willing to risk losing the duel in order to get it.
Let's see what he
I don't care.
plays.
No, don't split.
Let's see here what he gets from it.
I got Mystical Sand.
Yikes.
First card.
Gate Guardians third. No, I'm doing Final 6.
Nate getting the Gate Guardian start, and he's
Alright,
fine.
well, I have a 4100
Can make the 4100 B Dragon Jungle King. But remember, Nate is fighting Labyrinth Mage right now, not Seto 2. So,
Unless it's
do you 8-tech Seto 2 if you're Nate?
So it's 2 Megamore then?
I would say no. I don't know.
Just the
I think both options are good.
I got my third DM, I got Zoa. Pog.
Oh wow, yeah, look at that. Aries winning his third Dark Magician and a Zoa. Very good for his deck.
Yeah, press Lord Big Dick.
The classic.
I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I think A-teching Seto 2 would probably be a good idea if you're Nate. Yeah.
They are way too good.
He's just not going to really have time to do a Meadow Mage farm while Aries does his one attempt at the final 6. But he doesn't really need to do any more Meadow considering he got those 2 MBDs like he did. So I think he could do it or not. But I think doing it would definitely be a respectable play here.
Oh wow, he's down to common Ari attack already.
C'est au second or Levy Mage?
Levy Mage.
But yesterday, Mr. Levy Mage did Sanga turn 1, turn 2 Catapult Turtle. I was like, okay. He was OP.
So yeah, Aries having a pretty good lead right now. Looks like about 2.5 duel lead at the moment. 2.5 duel lead over Nate.
Okay, what up? Thank you for the good
So honestly, I don't know if Nate really has time to do an A-Tech here.
And that's about it.
Aries having a lead is fine. Because if you're Nate, you're already... if you're Nate, you're already expecting Aries to lose on his first final 6 attempt. Because, for the past, 30 minutes, we've known that if Aries first tries the final 6, then he wins, no matter what Nate does. So Nate has to assume that Aries is going to lose on his first attempt. So, assuming that, already being this far behind Aries, or actually, no, never mind. You have to remember, Nate did an extra mage that Aries didn't. So, actually, Nate is not that far behind.
Could you start with, Zoa, please? Yo, what's up, Lucario? Thanks for the good luck.
He started Metal Zoa for me.
And he just started Metal Zoa.
But yeah, Aries does have a little bit of a lead for campaign right now. So,
There's MBD. I could still AS POW here.
Okay, so I'm slightly ahead. Not by much.
If I draw another MBD here, I could definitely A-POW again.
Nate is about 1 duel behind at the moment.
Alright,
That's all. He's only about 1 duel behind and a little bit of cutscene.
I've yet to use an equip, so I should still be okay.
I got my Ferduni from Sekmetron.
Not bad.
No, Seto 2 does not have ultimate. His best is Gate Guardian.
I believe this is an A-POW. I didn't use an equip. Ooh, Kaiser
Wow! His first vanilla drop was
That was the
Kaiser
first
Dragon
drop.
from Seto 2. That's insane.
Holy fuck.
What a waste.
It doesn't help his deck that much,
Yeah,
but
no.
it's a really rare drop. Incredibly rare.
Could have been Sanga from Seto third.
Could have been Dungeon Worm on BCD, Labby Mage.
No, that's a 2 on BCD.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
What else did I get?
Mhm.
Komori Dragon. Just Kaiser, that's it.
Yeah, just Kaiser there.
Could have been Ryokishin powered on AS.
Indeed. Oh no, don't put that in. Fuck that card. I cannot believe I won Kaiser Dragon as the first drop.
Yeah, the vanilla drop as
That's
well.
stupid.
That's crazy. No, Nate is not ahead on duels right now. Aries is ahead on duels by a little bit.
This has potential for.
Aries is ahead by roughly half. Well, Aries is ahead by roughly one duel, I would say. Maybe a little bit less than one full duel. Or Aries is ahead of Nate. I think that's what I said, yeah. Aries is ahead of Nate by a little bit right now. But it's enough that Nate's probably not going to be able to catch up, simply because of the fact that Aries' deck is so much better than Nate's. So it's much harder to catch up from a campaign. You know, Nate is behind in campaign. It's going to be really hard for him to just catch up with a deck that's worse than Arius's. So it's almost Nate's almost definitely not going to be able to catch up, which is fine for Nate. That's totally fine. You just have to assume that Aries is going to lose his first attempt.
Nice.
Well, I mean, I had 3800, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, he plays shit ton of walls. And why do I keep seeing MBD on the turn I win? Like, why?
Okay, I need you to start easy mode for me.
We got Aries moving on to his final mage now.
So it should be okay. What is that? That is a... What the...
Nate getting Jiraiya mode. That's very good luck there.
Who did that?
Anabisius.
I guess it's the same board as Millennium Golem.
Now, I can see in Aries' splits that Labyrinth Mage is his next split after this. Keep in mind he doesn't have to do Labyrinth Mage because he already did it. So,
I don't know.
Yeah, Aries is about one duel ahead of Nate right now.
I don't think I saw Jiraiya from him before.
But it's actually definitely possible for Nate to get a little bit of a lead here. If Aries gets bad luck on any of these two duels.
Yeah, he's on easy mode. I win next turn.
Jiraiya is a 4 according to the GMS.
Oh, thanks GMS. Yeah, I didn't know how much it was.
Before from him, huh?
Yeah, same. I've only seen it once.
So Nate finishing up his second to last mage, but you have to remember that Aries might be on the final mage, but the final mage he's fighting is also harder than the final mage that Nate is fighting. Because Nate only has Desert Mage left, which is much easier than Aries' final mage. So Aries could have a longer duel, and Nate could get ahead. It's definitely possible, but very unlikely.
For Copat, we're getting down to the bottom of it. If Mofo doesn't respond pretty soon, then we're gonna take action. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, Rit. Jiragumo's a 2.
So yeah, Aries is pretty much one duel ahead of Nate. But it's really going to come down to what kind of luck is Nate about to get and what kind of luck is Aries about to get. So Nate not getting a super fast duel here. It will be a fast one, but not as fast as it could have been if he didn't get walled. But if Aries gets puggemed, it could be bad as well. Okay, so Aries also won't be getting the super fast duel. He could, actually, with the widespread first turn. Let's see how it plays out for him. Okay, that's lucky for Aries there.
After this match is over, and I'll let you know what's going on as far as like Cromer and Pika Pals. Because I think they have a match that's set for later this week.
Cruz draws the Megamorph, very nice. Yeah, definitely best to not play that for now.
I saw that in the race time thing, Rit. That was amazing. Please tell me that's not another wall. Nice, it's a Brachio.
Alright, Aries getting very good luck against Anubisius, so he's able to get a nice quick win here. So Aries will be keeping his lead moving into the final 6.
I got Electric Snake. That was the only drop, apparently.
Okay.
Both are doing final 6.
He's down.
Alright, some of my last mage.
We'll have to.
Alright, Nate's actually going to get a really quick duel here. But Aries will still be ahead.
Will I put my DCJs and probably my last 2 me there?
I mean, it wouldn't sound like a
enough
bad idea,
space.
Raphael. Yeah, this is extremely close.
It is definitely a very, very close match right now. So Aries doing his final deck at it here.
To deck a little bit very fast. I'm gonna remove Took. And I'm gonna remove 1 Dragon, 1 Thunder for the DCJs. Yeah.
Alright, and Aries moving on to final 6 now. A little bit ahead of Nate. So the question now is, will Nate decide to go to final 6 immediately? Or is Nate going to decide to farm and assume that Aries is going to lose this attempt? Because it's very unlikely that Nate is going to be able to catch up on this attempt. So it might be smart for Nate to do some farming right now. But at the same time, the difference isn't that big. Nate could catch up on this attempt.
Hey, Zoa,
It's just not likely. Oh, Nate winning Zoa from Marty's campaign as well. That's very good for his deck. Aries not getting the best Sebek so far. If you're Nate, I think you actually want to go and do this attempt. Yep, he's doing this attempt. I think that I honestly, because Nate could catch up on this attempt. It is possible. It's unlikely, but it is possible. And I think that he needs to go for that possibility, because it's very likely that Aries is going to win on this attempt. Nate needs to assume that Aries is going to win at this point on this attempt. So Nate's only chance is going to be to catch up on this attempt.
Yeah, I'm gonna A for Sebek. Thanks to Sebek being easy bod with the double launcher spider.
Nice.
Nate drawing that MBD, giving him a really fast Sebek duel, faster than Aries is, catching up even more.
Damn, that's an easy mode.
Is that all you have?
I think he just started either Zola or Labyrinth Tank for me. What did he start with?
Oh, great number.
Starts with Zola.
Hey, speaking of Zoa, it was my first card as draw.
Nice.
Hey.
Aries getting another Zoa there.
Another Zola.
Nate wasting a bit of time here taking that attack.
This is
Oh, he won 2 Zoa there. So yeah, he has 3 Zoas now. That's really
Well, at
good.
least we 3-turned because of MBD and Sun. I drew my second MBD.
He only had to move 2. Yeah. Oh yeah, with the thing, yeah.
I don't have Yami, fuck. I don't have Yami.
I don't know what Aries is doing, but he's giving Nate some time there.
So I guess I'm stuck with the Uni.
See what I got. Metal Dragon, Crawling Dragon number 2, and that's about it.
So I did lose a bit of time, like checking the deck and stuff.
Yeah, Nate's deck edits are going faster.
It's fine.
If he would just move on now.
Guess I can do away with these.
No, never mind.
I'll do some deck editing after this.
I mean, normally I don't have to do any.
So yeah, Aries having a nice fast Neku here, and Nate not getting the fast Neku. So Aries is going to keep his lead right now. Aries is definitely keeping his lead in the final 6. I really don't think that Nate's going to be able to catch up in this attempt. So the reason I say that is because let's assume right now that both Aries and Nate beat the game on this attempt. Then the only question becomes who's going to do it first, and it's almost definitely going to be Aries.
I also drew Zoa. I could 3 turns. Not 3 turn, but 4 turn here.
But then again, it's very possible for one or both of these people to get really slow. You know, they could get a slow a slow Haishin, a slow Seto third, you know, where you have to magic lock and, you know, just chip away. Definitely possible, so let's see what happens here. Aries drawing absolute shit for the most part against Haishin turn 1. It's all coming down to this, chat. It's all coming down to this. Aries on Haishin draws nothing. Nate still finishing up Sebek. Let's see what happens for Aries here. It is a moon. It is a black skull. All Aries needs is one equip that works on Dark Magician. Oh, he does not get one that works on Dark Magician. That is terrible. That is very, very bad for Aries. Aries in some trouble right now. He's choosing to get rid of both of his equips. All right.
Classic.
Aries losing, almost definitely losing to Haishin second. This is Nate's chance, lads. This is Nate's chance to come back.
I need something. Yeah, I'm dead.
Yep, Aries loses to Haishin second, which means Nate can do this attempt without having to worry about where Aries is. But Nate needs to win on this attempt, or else he's pretty much fucked. This is Nate's chance, lads. This is his one chance for the most part. Well, it's probably not his one chance, but it's very likely going to be his only chance here.
It's a Gate Guardian. I need to see
Let's see.
please. Nice.
He draws MBD and Megamorph. You're gonna want to Megamorph that, Chief. You're gonna want to Megamorph. Okay. Oh no, he can kill that. Never mind. I thought it was turn 2. I thought it was turn 2. On turn 2, you would have wanted to Megamorph that to get over a potential Megamorph on Haishin's side. But since it's turn 1, he doesn't need to Megamorph it.
Oh, another.
And he draws another one. Yeah, okay. So Nate moving on to Seto third. Meanwhile, Aries losing to Haishin second. This is Nate's chance, boys.
3 widespreads and a DCJ. And my Raigeki.
Let's see if Aries opts to go farming.
Not looking too good for me, huh?
He does not. Aries opts to just go directly back to Final 6, which I think is a smart idea in this case, just because of how overpowered Aries' deck already is. I don't think doing... I mean, he could have done maybe 1 or 2 Meadow Farms to try to get another MBD or 2, but overall, I think it's not really needed at this stage. So yeah, Nate does not need to worry about Aries catching up on this attempt. So Nate can breathe on this attempt. He doesn't have to freak out and, you know, move super quick. Nate can just kind of relax now and figure out what is, you know, what the best moves are.
We shall see.
Alright, let's see.
Dragon Zombie, I don't need
Didn't
it.
really win anything from Haishin,
Still
from the looks of things,
I got
yeah.
no 4s.
No.
Stone D, do I have anything else to put in? Let me double check my removals since I have a minute.
Yeah, Nate has a second to make sure that he has everything he wants in his deck. He does.
I think I should be good. I just want to make sure here.
Alright,
Yeah, I should be good.
so Nate moving on to Seto third.
Come on.
It's coming down to this, boys. This is Nate's chance to move to come back. Let's see if he gets it.
Widespread turn.
Pretty good opening hand for removals, widespread and Raigeki. That's a decent starting hand to get rid of the ultimates at least.
Feather Duster.
So the widespread goes bye-bye with a Feather Duster. Let's see what he draws in one card. Nothing too interesting. So Nate's gonna get a free turn here to throw out 4 cards. Still has the Raigeki, in fact.
It's not really worth.
He's gonna decide to save his life points, not attack. Very good idea, I'd say. It's a moon.
It's a Gate
It's a Gate Guardian. Nate has a deck that's made for Gate Guardians. Let's see if he draws something to kill it. He draws the MPD, Megamorph, and Dragon Treasure. Nate beating Seto third. Could this be the comeback?
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Could this be the comeback of the tournament, lads?
To your hand, chat.
Nate so far behind Aries for this entire match since minute number 1. Now moving on to Dark Knight while Aries is only starting Neku. This is Nate's chance. But can he do it? Still 2 more duels.
Hardest, I swear to God. This is not the day.
I mean, you have Rageki, so if you struggle the first 2 turns, if I were you, I would put MCF and some shit.
And there it is, Nate finishing off Seto third, no problems at all.
Ironically enough.
So I guess, just what?
Nah, I'm not too worried about putting it in, to be honest.
Don't you have Yami Yami A3r Pro?
I don't think
Definitely an
so. Yeah,
amazing match. If Nate manages to come back from this, what an amazing comeback it would be. And so far, I mean, he's doing it, lads. Nate downtrodden this entire match. Behind Aries the entire match. And I don't just mean behind, I mean very far behind Aries this entire match. And now that we're nearing the end, Nate only has 2 duels to go. And he's won it. What a comeback. Even if Nate ends up losing this match, what a comeback for him to be this far. Aries starting Haishin second. This is going to be very important for Aries if Nate ends up losing in the next 2 duels. This is very important for Aries here. Let's see. He gets a very, very cancerous draw, if I'm being quite honest with you. But he does have the Megamorph, so
Alright, here we go, chat.
Aries should have the win here. Let's see what he draws. Nate not getting a good opening hand against Dark Knight. You're pretty much just really hoping that Dark Knight starts with Cosmo Queen here. Meanwhile, Haishin second opening with Black Skull. Does Aries draw twin-headed? He does not, but he draws the Dark Magician, which means that Aries is beating Seto third. Let's see what happened. Is it a Cosmo Queen for Nate? Bad news, Nate beating Dark Knight, moving on to the last duel in the game. It all comes down to this.
I had GHGD and Boone to start with.
If Nate loses this duel, though, Aries is moving on to Seto third himself with a very good deck. The pressure is on if you're Nate right now. This might be Nate's only chance to win, boys. Will he take it?
This is not looking too good, shot.
Will Bad News Nate take his one opportunity to beat the game and win this match? Because if he does not win this next duel, then it's not looking good for Nate. But right now, Nate is in absolute control with only 1 more duel needed to win his match and eliminate Aries from the entirety of the tournament.
The drawing from there doesn't help, because that means my Haishin took forever.
What did I get?
Here we go. Let's see what he won. Nothing too interesting.
Let's go, Nightmare.
Here we go. Nate starting Nightmare.
Show me
It's
one
coming down to this draw, chat. Let's see. Does he get what he needs? He has MPD! That's very good! If Bad News Nate draws a Megamorph, this match is over. If he draws Megamorph. Or if Ultimate is not played. Let's see. Will it be an Ultimate? If it's not, Nate probably wins. It is an Ultimate. No, Nate needs Megamorph right now. Will he get it? Nobody gets Regeki still. That's very good for Nate. He's going to use the Regeki, kill the Ultimate. The odds of a second Ultimate being played are very low. It's looking good for Nate. Plus, he has the widespread later. Just kidding, he's getting rid of it. That is a bad move. But it's okay, because Nate can still win this. Let's see. Will it be another one? It's a moon! Nate has control. Probably wishes he had that widespread now. Doesn't draw anything, but he has the MBD to take control of this duel. If Bad News Nate had saved that widespread ruin, he would have the win pretty much confirmed right now, but that's okay. It all comes down to this turn. If Ultimate is not played, Nate almost definitely wins. Let's see. It's a moon! What does he draw? He draws Mechamorph! Nate made the comeback! Your winner is Bad News Nate! Holy shit, what a comeback!
Let's go!
What an amazing comeback for Bad News Nate. He was so far behind Aries the entire match, and he managed to come back right at the end. Doesn't matter how good your deck is. What matters is how you use it and how you draw it. And Bad News Nate drew what he needed when he needed to, and he is your comeback king.
Alright, that's not a top deck.
Holy shit, what a win for Bad News Nate there. So far behind for the entire match and still manages to get a win against Aries, completely eliminating Aries from the tournament. Remember, chat, this match is in loser's bracket, which means the loser of this match is completely eliminated from the tournament. That is where their journey in this tournament ends, and that is where Aries' journey in this tournament ends. Aries has been eliminated from the tournament entirely. Meanwhile, Bad News Nate moving on through loser's bracket. Congratulations to him. What an amazing comeback. And look at his final time. 149. What an amazing time overall to get on any run. Unbelievable.
I cannot believe it.
What an amazing win for Nate right there. Holy shit. Aries just won Blue Eyes White Dragon and Twin-Headed in campaign. What? And Sangha. What?
And THTD? What the fuck?
And Sangha?
You want me to do this? Okay, let's go. Man.
What?
Alright, let's check the drops real quick, chat. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Marine Beast. And that's it. Alright. As per usual.
I didn't even check if I had big potato.
Didn't check for Sky Dragon either.
I didn't see a dragon sign, so I kinda guess not.
Wow, that's insane. I'll join the call in just a second. I want to wait for Aries to finish his attempt, and then we'll both join simultaneously.
I cannot even begin to describe
Wow,
how
I can't believe
amazing
what the fuck, dude?
it is that Aries just won Blue Eyes White Dragon, Sangha of the Thunder, and Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon from Seto Third in one duel in campaign. I cannot even begin to describe how insane that is. So the question now, chat, is will we see 2 finishes in this tournament match? Will we see 2 sets of credits? Aries moving on to Nightmare.
Probably 80. I'll take a look at the Restream later. See how much of a fucking orgasm Marcus had.
He gets a pretty good opening hand against Nightmare. Let's see how it goes for Aries here. He gets a fused MBD. That's very lucky, honestly.
Yeah, that's not good.
He still might have to deal with the ultimate, but he draws the crush card anyway, putting it face down, or maybe not. Playing the Umi, I think that's a good move when you have crush card in your hand and one equip like that. Let's see if he gets ultimated here.
What if he goes down a beast?
He does not. Does he draw? All he needs is a dragon and he's gotten it. He does not get the dragon, but he has one more turn to get it. For some reason saving... Okay, he's going to use the crush card. That is a bad move, I would say, overall. But that's what he's doing. Let's see here. It's another moon. Another black skull. Does he draw what he needs? He does!
Let me guess, you drew nothing?
Last card, I don't...
Yikes. That was close.
Aries with a 3800 against Nightmare.
Headed and a Songo.
He's gonna win as long as there's no Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon played. This could be a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Let's see. It's not. What does he draw? He draws 2 equips. We have 2 finishes of the game. Aries now just beating Nightmare. Mere minutes after Bad News Nate did. What an amazing match when both entrants finished the game just minutes apart. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible.
If it's metal, so I win. Okay, GG.
GG.
Hey, it's
Handshakes
better, but-
to you,
Hey,
sir.
yesterday I got a 244.
And there it is.
40 minutes, Kapaki.
Both Nate and Aries finishing,
That's a
but
tough
Nate
loss.
finishing first, ladies and gentlemen. Nate was the underdog in this match for the entire match. Nate was so far behind Aries in terms of deck strength and in terms of campaign for 99% of this run. But Nate just proving yet again that no matter how far behind you are in one of these matches, you can still win. And that is exactly what Nate did. Congratulations to Bad News Nate, and congratulations to Aries, because both of these players are absolute titans in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories scene. Both of these players are 2 of the most skilled Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories players on the face of the planet today. And you all just had the pleasure of watching them do a match, and both of them beating the game in less than an hour and 55 minutes. Just absolutely incredible gameplay. Unbelievable. And Nate managing to come back as well. It's unbelievable right here. Just unbelievable. Nate versus GFC for the final. It's possible, but Nate has a very long road to go if he wants that to happen. Nate needs to win another 5 matches if he wants that.
Because we've been to verified only and he's muted.
What an amazing race. I'm telling you, every one of these matches is just so amazing, boys. It's just an amazing match after amazing match. Again, chat, give it up to both of our racers, Bad News Nate and Aries. Here are their Twitch links. They both live stream Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories all of the time. There is your winner, Bad News Nate. Here's Aries. Both of them are incredibly talented players. Both of them live stream Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories all the time. So go ahead, follow those boys over on their Twitch, and definitely watch them because they are absolutely worthy of being watched. And I think they proved that here today. Just amazing. What a match. So that is your match. The winner was Bad News Nate. So congratulations to Nate, because I'm sure you're watching this later on. And an amazing match by Aries nonetheless. Just overall an amazing match. And thank you, chat, for watching this match and watching my commentary of this match. It was a pleasure doing it for you guys. I always love commentating these matches because they always seem to be just insane matches. Every match I commentate always seems to just be incredible, and you know, it's a back and forth, and there's an underdog, and then they come back, and it goes back. It's just amazing. So happy I was able to commentate over this one. When is my next match? I don't know when my next match is yet. It still hasn't been scheduled. I don't have an opponent yet. I kind of blitzkrieged through the tournament bracket, so I'm still kind of waiting for the rest of the tournament to catch up. I'm kind of still waiting for the tournament to catch up to where I'm at right now. Once that does happen, I promise I'll let you guys know when my match is, my finals match. It should hopefully be within the next week, so I'll let you guys know. Yeah, chat, I really hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm probably going to live stream some Mario 35 in a little while. So be sure to come back right here on my channel to see some #1 ranked in the world Mario 35 gameplay. And until then, chat, that's going to be it for me. So thank you all for watching. Thank you again to Bad News Nate and Aries for putting on such an amazing match. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.